Its Secretary, Professor George Magoha, has rubbished claims that the just concluded KCPE examinations was marred by instances of lifting questions from textbooks in exam prediction papers. This comes barely hours after serious concerns over the credibility of the Standard 8 examination surfaced. Publishers, on the other hand, are now poking holes at the process of setting exams in the country, insisting cases of lifting have become rampant in the recent years, setting the stage for what is expected to be a war of words between them and officials from the Ministry of Education. But as David Mudoka now reports, who is fooling who?
Just hours after claims of incredibility in the just concluded KCPE examination emerged, thrusting the Ministry of Education in the eye of the storm, Education Cabinet Secretary George Magoha has poured cold water over the claims. Speaking in Kisii after witnessing the kickoff of KCSE examinations countrywide, Magoha has defended his ministry, describing the process of coming up with the national examinations as straight as an arrow.
Anything that is developed and accepted as credible as a question has gone through the experts who have decided around a table of 6 that this is suitable as a test question for our children.
But observations by TV47 into the claims reveal that indeed sections, especially in the English test done on Monday by Class 8 learners, were lifted from exam prediction papers and textbooks that were exposed to candidates prior to the examination day. For example, this passage section in the KCPE English paper that amounts to 15 out of 50 marks was lifted from a KCPE prediction test that had been circulated to majorly private schools in the country by distinction educational publishers. The test was even administered to learners as part of 11th hour revision. What is raising more eyebrows is the proximity of the administration of the prediction test to the KCPE exam timetable. Fast forward to this comprehensive section in the same paper, running from numbers 39 to 50 and which had 11 marks for learners, was also lifted from Key English Volume 2, a textbook authored by A.S. Sandhu. Evidently, a majority of learners, especially in private schools, were privy to a whopping 26 out of 50 questions weeks to the examination period.
No child knew what was coming, and to insinuate that some children knew what was coming is taking us 6 or 7 years back.
But could have the Kenya National Examinations Council (NEC), mainly responsible for preparing national examinations in the country, contracted these publishers to set the exams on their behalf, thus the copy and paste affair, or was it just a matter of sheer coincidence?
In a phone interview with TV47 Henry Onyonga, the managing director at Distinction Education Publishers, one of the publishers at the center of the attention, has distanced himself from the claims, insisting that he was shocked like every other Kenyan on realizing that his content had been copied word for word, dot for dot in the KCPE English paper. He is now trading his guns on examination setters, accusing them of plagiarism.
Is absolutely ridiculous and should be treated with the contempt that it deserves.
The team tasked with setting a national paper usually comprises of officials from NEC, their counterparts from the Education Ministry, and experts from universities. How the team of professional elites missed such glaring errors begs another question. Was the paper a supplementary one, prepared haphazardly and in haste?
I want to assure the nation and the children and the parents that the test that has just been done at the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education was of the highest integrity. Just like this one this morning, I've been telling these guys to check whether they think anybody knows what is in the paper.
This comes amid warnings from Magoha that cheats in the national exams will face the music if nabbed. But whether this could be the biblical case of noticing a speck in your brother's eye while ignoring the log in your own eye, your guess is as good as mine. David Mudoka, TV47.